Teofimo Lopez was at the Spence Crawford presser, telling everybody, prior to that, he was telling everybody he was retiring from boxing. Clearly, he's not going to be retiring from boxing. But Teofimo Lopez was in attendance at the presser. And, of course, he's going to get asked questions by the media. Now, Teofimo Lopez had this to say about Gervonta Tank Davis.
Hydration clause he likes to do on guys.
That's a pussy move.
I know, I agree. Okay.
Tank, hold up. Gervonta, you a fucking pussy. You are a bitch. I don't care what anybody says. You can be all that rah-rah thug life and scream and jock your head on Chief Keith Sosa. Man, with your dick-sucking lips. Get out of here. And Calvin Ford, I respect you. Love you very much, my brother. It's just me and your fighter that I was explaining to, but Calvin Ford, got a lot of respect to you, my man. Thank you.
And to hear what Tio had to say about Tank, y'all already know how your boy Bushido feel about these clauses and all this stuff that the A-side fighter tends to do sometimes, right? Not all A-side fighters do this, but some do, and Tank Davis is one of them. And he's putting rehydration clauses on fighters. Teofimo Lopez said he's a pussy, bro. Like, and really, I feel like Tank Davis has enough skill and experience to not have to, not need any type of crutches in a fight like that. He don't need he don't need the handicap fighters to beat him. Despite his stature, his size, I still feel like Tank Davis could beat a lot of those dudes. However, Tank Davis, this is what he does. And Teofimo Lopez said, he's a pussy for it, right? Teofimo Lopez had a lot of animosity for Tank Davis. Teofimo Lopez don't seem to believe that Tank Davis is ever going to fight him. I don't think he's going to fight him neither. That's just the way, this is the pattern that I've seen with Tank, man. And I'm a Tank fan way more than I am a Teofimo fan. But in reality, bro, I don't see Tank Davis fighting Tio. I don't see him fighting Devin. I don't see him fighting Shakur. Now, Coach Calvin Ford came out and said they're looking at Devin and Shakur. Tank Davis ain't really saying too much anything in regards to boxing. We haven't heard much from Tank outside of that phone call that he had on IG Live from jail. So, yeah, we haven't heard much as far as Tank Davis and what he wants to do. But I think Tank Davis needs to answer this, right? I think he needs to answer Teofimo Lopez. But realistically, Tank never really seemed interested in fighting Tio. I remember when they asked him about Teofimo Lopez and the Orlando Romero fight, and he just brought up selling tickets, right? And a lot of fans didn't like that response from Tank.
Teofimo need to worry about selling some tickets. He can't even sell tickets, and he about to fight in New York, and that only hold 4,000. Tell him to sell some tickets, then holler at me, bum ass nigga.
It was what it was for me. But a lot of fans didn't like that response from Tank. And Tank Davis likely won't fight a guy like Teofimo Lopez unless he's able to put a rehydration clause on him. But as you heard, Teofimo Lopez, he ain't going for it. Guys like Devin Haney, he ain't going for it. So, yeah, Tank Davis may have to end that right here, right now, right? But realistically, Tank Davis needs to answer this. You can't let this dude say what he said to you like that, bro. You just can't let him. He's trying to goad you into a fight, right? This is what Tio's doing, right? And part of him feels that Tank won't fight him, but he's gonna say whatever he gotta say to get Tank to fight him. And I think Tank Davis should fight Teofimo Lopez. I really do. I think he needs to fight him. I think he needs to shut him up. You can't just let this dude talk to you like that. I mean, I understand that you don't have to answer everybody's call up, but Teofimo Lopez is a guy in the sport that is doing certain things. He may not be a big draw. He may not be a big ticket seller, but when you're looking at dudes fighting the best guys and taking their belts and things of that nature, Teofimo Lopez is doing just that. And if I'm honest, Teofimo Lopez's run is more impressive than Tank Davis's run. Only at 25 years old. Yeah, I just got to keep it real, right? Teofimo Lopez fighting this guy, he's fighting that guy. He's fighting tougher guys than Gervonta Tank Davis, and he's not putting stipulations and rehydrations on these dudes. So you ain't got to like Teofimo Lopez, but you kind of got to respect him as a fighter because he's moving like a throwback fighter. Now, with Tank Davis fight Teofimo Lopez, I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.